Hello guys. Welcome to this channel. Welcome to our channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'm Sarah and I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader, your guide. I already said that. Mercury is retro. I'll be your intuitive reader and your guide today on this journey, on this ascension journey. Many of you are light workers, starseed. You're on the ascension path. Some of you identify as twin souls. And I read for the divine feminine and divine masculine energies primarily. I also do astrology readings. Very interested in doing more of those. If that's something you guys would enjoy, let me know in the chat. And for those of you new to the channel, just have a look around, see what resonates. Please do like, share, and subscribe. These things greatly help the channel, and they help people who really need to see these videos and need to hear the content be exposed to them. So even just liking a video can really help the channel. If you're interested in some of my other work, you can check out my Patreon. It's listed in the description box below. There's 3 different tiers. And lastly, if you're interested in one-on-one individual coaching, you can look on my website. It's also in the description box below, and you can get information about the different coaching packages under the offerings tab on the website. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I was guided today to check in with some messages from the masculine energy. Now, this can be your own inner masculine energy. We're all doing this inner healing, inner work right now. So coming into that place of inner union between the feminine and the masculine inside, internally. Some of you will read for your outer masculine, the person you identify as a counterpart, the person you identify as your divine masculine. Those of you who have been following me for a while know that I, for the most part, have really done away with the labels. I put them on the title of the video so that people know how to find my content. But otherwise, really there's a stripping away. There's like a bare energy in the air for 2022, and stripping away of a lot of the labels that society has imposed upon itself, as well as how we've kind of deconstructed this journey and what we've made it out to be. This journey was, if you're on a twin soul journey, it was and always will be. It's an inner journey to inner union, primarily. Any sort, it's a spiritual connection at its core. The spiritual union is what matters most. Above and beyond that, any sort of physical reconciliation, physical contact, physical connection is kind of the icing on the cake. So, really drop the expectations on this journey and understand that when you're twin soul, that's you and another body. It's a masculine or feminine physical representation of your own self. So therefore, the work that needs to be done is within. It's not without, it's within. If you want to see the changes in that person who's really you, just living a life and different, just in a different body, do the work within, and that will be mirrored back to you. It's not at all like a soulmate connection, which is 2 different souls, 2 different bodies. Twin soul is 1 soul, 2 bodies. So it's a completely different concept. If you want more information, or you're wondering, is this, my twin soul? Is this a soulmate? Is this a karmic connection? What is this? We can help you with that in the individual sessions. Okay, we can identify that for you and help you heal and walk you through that and whatever you need to do next. So I have the Muse Tarot. I have the integrated cards, beautiful gift from the lovely Diane Garris. And then I have the Twin Flame Mirror Oracle deck and the Divine Counterpart Speak in the Silence. So when you're in a separation phase, right, from your person, many of you have been in a separation phase for years. Do not put your life on hold. Do not have any expectation of when or if that person will return. You're putting I don't know why, but my video cut out. So I'm just going to merge these 2 videos together. Really strange. But what I was saying was, if you are in a twin soul connection, the primary goal is inner union. It's the integration of self. And so keeping tabs on what the other person's doing, especially during extended periods of separation. Some people have been in separation for decades. If you want to put your life on hold, that's up to you. But I would never advocate that as a guide. I would never advocate that. Being a twin soul myself, and also being a starseed and light worker, I'm here to live my life. I'm here to experience life. And if I'm going to put myself in that sort of box of this is the only future that I can ever have, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. And I don't want to be disappointed. I want to live. I want to experience. I want to feel joy. I want to feel pleasure. I want to feel pain. I want to feel all of it. So it's entirely up to you. But those readers or those guides or coaches who are telling you, don't ever date, put your life on hold, is, in my opinion, ridiculous. Because when you put your life on hold, you're going to put your gifts on hold. You're not going to be living your mission, living your purpose, okay? So that being said, I digress. We're going to go ahead and get into the messages here for this reading. So we're going to start with the tarot deck. We'll go into the integration cards, and then lastly, the messages. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and call on my guides and my light team to create a powerful environment here for this reading, bringing peace and clarity, harmony, understanding, and also surrender. A lot of you need to learn the art of surrender on this journey. Surrendering, not knowing, surrendering the when, the if, the how, the why. None of that really matters in the grand scheme of things. Relying on divine timing. Throw away the clock, right? I think the Chili Peppers said that. Or was it throw away your microwave or television or something? Throw all of it away. It's all poisoning us. And listen to your own inner dialogue. Listen to your inner self. Listen to or trust divine timing. Okay? Trust that you were brought here for a reason, for a purpose during this lifetime, during this time of such chaos. Okay, so we have a card that flew out. So for the overarching energies here, right, we have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Emotions. So what this speaks of to me is the energy of, it's like duplicity, the energy of multiplicity, being in several places at once. With your emotions, not being able to make a decision about where you need to be, or what is going to light your heart up? What is it that your heart really truly wants? Because on this journey, it's really easy, on this ascension journey, it's easy for us to kind of put our attention on other people in other places, and then at the end of the day realize we feel empty because we haven't put any of that energy, time, love, or attention into ourselves. We kind of put ourselves last, okay? And so what we're learning here with the Seven of Cups, what it's really teaching us is that we have different choices, and different choices will lead to different realities, right? There are parallel lives that we're living, parallel paths that we have right now, and you get to choose what it is that you desire, that there are no limitations except the limitations that exist in your own mind by your own design. You get to really, there's a lot of opportunities being presented in 2022, as I've been stating. So if you haven't, go watch my videos from, January. Go watch my videos from December, because it's some of the energy that's being carried out from December into January. And we have a lot of very fast-paced movement, very fast energy, very chariot-like energy, Eight of Wands type energy. And it's so many things are possible, and manifestation levels were super high yesterday, super duper high, are not as high today. The energy is a little more stale and stagnant and subdued, but yesterday, super duper high. You might have felt yourself being in a vortex of energy, and a lot of you are having a lot of trouble sleeping, so you're having some insomnia. You're having some restlessness, some anxiety, dreadful thoughts about the future. I really encourage you guys to communicate, to share, and to, go to your community of people, whoever that is, and express your anxiety, express the things that are bothering you so that you can empty out your mind, or put it onto paper, put it in a journal, talk to your guides, talk to God, and release it from yourself, release it from your core. Just lean into what brings you happiness, okay? Lean into what brings you happiness, whether you're a feminine, a masculine watching. We're really both, guys. I mean, even that label, it's like you might identify as a divine feminine, as I do, but I do have, obviously, my masculine qualities and energy as well, which is very profound and very powerful. And just like divine masculine has feminine qualities and energy. We're both. It's not one or the other. We have both inside of us. That's why the inner union and merging of the two is so very important. So I even hesitate, you know, to really read divine masculine, divine feminine, but this is what makes many people comfortable to hear, right? It makes you comfortable. It makes you feel heard and understood and seen, and it makes the journey a little bit more easy to navigate. Okay, so that being said, I've got 4 cards here, and what they're telling me actually is for the star seeds. Anyone who identifies as a star seed out there, the Page of Wands is coming up. Really beautiful, amazing energy. You've got the 2 black kitties here, which to me represent luck. They represent luck. They represent, you know, kind of that energy of anything is possible, the energy of darkness. And then here's the black cat, both black cats, and there's a sun around them. So it's like the dark and the light. There's definitely something is being revealed. She's having epiphanies and realizations. And she's having this, just this powerful energy that wants to come out of her. It's like, so the star seeds out there, you guys are probably feeling more restless than ever. More restless than you've ever felt in your entire life. There's so many ideas coming at you, which really goes hand in hand beautifully with the 7 of Cups. There's so many ideas being thrown at you right now that you probably don't know which one to grab onto. But there's a lot of enthusiasm. The page indicates a beginning. It's kind of like a novice energy, okay? There might be some ego attached to the star seed, so just be mindful of that. But there's a lot of energy that wants to come through, that wants to come out, and it's kind of all pervasive. It's in all areas of your life. A lot of new projects, planting the seeds for the future, this vibrancy of youth like coming through, because the page is a very youthful energy. A lot of creativity coming through, a lot of creativity. So, you know, paint that picture for your life. Look at the rainbow energy here. Paint that picture for what you want your life and the next steps to be, and then watch it manifest, because seeds of manifestation are very potent right now. Now, for those of you who identify as a light worker, I'm getting the 3 of Cups. So beautiful energy as well. Collaboration, fun, friendship, that energy that comes with knowing that you have a tribe, knowing that you are protected, you are seen, you are heard, you are valued. Your opinion is valued. You feel understood. And also just a lot of joy and pleasure coming through with the 3 of Cups. Dancing and joy and pleasure, and really appreciating this journey and appreciating where you've come from and where you're going. Now, these cards I'm going to read for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. So Divine Feminine, you've got this Ace of Swords energy, which indicates to me a lot of... The Aces is also indicative of a new beginning, like a new phase of a journey that you're on, a new chapter that is being written in your book. And there's a very wise, sage-like energy with the Ace of Swords in particular out of all the suites of the tarot deck. The Swords pertains to the mind, right? The mental space and the power that it holds, that our thoughts hold over our creation, over a manifestation of what appears in our physical reality. Again, we've got that beautiful rainbow energy coming through because there's sparks of ideas, much like the star seeds, and many star seeds are light workers. Many star seeds are twin flames, twin souls. Many light workers are twin souls. So you can be all 3. I happen to be all 3 myself, and you know what your mission is. You can have single mission, dual mission, triple mission, etc. And so the Ace of Swords comes through with a lot of clarity, a lot of integrity, a lot of truth. You're being very honest with yourself right now, Divine Feminine. You're just being honest with your authenticity, honest with who you are, honest with who you've been. And it's lightening your load. It's making you feel like, oh, I can finally be myself, and I can finally find that tribe of people who are just going to accept me as I am, flaws and all, warts and all, and not have to put on any sort of a mask or any sort of an air and pretend to be something that I never was. Divine Masculines are swimming in their emotions. 10 of Cups. A 10 of Cups is that desire for wholeness and fullness in love, that desire to have that partner, that desire for that relationship. And they're really feeling this right now. And again, many feminines have walked away in the physical reality because you honor yourself, you value yourself, and you weren't being respected. And the feminine energy, the healed feminine energy, I should say, will not tolerate anything less than what she deserves. And she will not tolerate anything less than feeling respected and valued. And she values integrity, she values loyalty, she values honesty and truth, she values time and energy. And a lot of those things were missing in those connections. And I want to ask you this, guys, and I've asked this before to my group. We talk about this in my coaching group, my private coaching group, and I've also asked you this on videos. How would you feel if you never heard the label twin flame, twin soul? Would you have tolerated everything you tolerated and put up with if you had never heard of that term? Why do we put so much weight and clout on a term? Yes, we know what it is. It's a spiritual connection. You know, it's a spiritual entanglement. But when people are acting out of integrity in the physical, when they are acting with disrespect, when they're not respecting boundaries, when they are hurting you over and over, why do you allow that to continue? Why do you allow that to be perpetuated in cycles? And this, for the feminine, last year was all about breaking those cycles of pain and realizing I can now invite in cycles of pleasure and cycles of joy and cycles of laughter and fun and appreciation and devotion and whatever it is that you want to invite in, rather than just inviting in those cycles of perpetual pain. So the feminine really stepped away and basically said, if you can't step up to the plate, divine masculine, then, you know, I'm going to create this joy for myself. I'm going to have these really healthy boundaries that I've probably never had in my entire life for anyone or anything. And I'm not budging this time. Because you likely gave that person a lot of warnings, a lot of chances, and then you finally put your foot down and said, I just simply won't tolerate this anymore. And it came as a surprise to that person because there was some narcissistic programming and tendencies that were at play. And again, that person acted as a mirror so that you can heal. Their actions, whether painful, because everybody who treats us, or causes pain to us, or treats us with disrespect or dishonesty, they're teaching us lessons. It's about soul growth. That person is playing a part. We're one giant oversoul, and that person is playing a part in your journey. They agreed to play the part of the bad guy. They agreed to play the part, you know, the manipulator. They agreed to play the part of the cheater, the liar, whatever it might be, so that you can grow, so that you can learn, so that you know what you deserve and you know what you will and won't accept. So if you can see everyone through the eyes of love and through the eyes of a child, and there's a grander design to all of this on a soul level, then you can step away and detach some from the events that happen or the actions that took place. Detachment is where you want to be, feminine. Okay, so we have the Angel of Choices, and we're in the 7th chakra there, wholeness, so the crown chakra. The feminine, you're the Angel of Choices because you have choices right now. That's the 7 of Cups. It's that Angel of, and that Page of Wands. It's that choices, creativity coming online, the ability or inability to make a decision and to move forward, and the opportunities that those choices present to you. The masculine over here is sitting in the 2nd layer of the crown chakra. And in that 2nd layer, he's becoming whole within himself, okay? And this applies, again, to your inner masculine. A lot of feminines acted out of the distorted masculine. They didn't feel safe. They didn't feel respected or valued. There was no devotion or loyalty within their connections. And so what did they do? They acted out of distorted masculine. They might have had power trips or power plays or tried to take control or tried to manipulate the situation. That's distorted masculine energy. Now you're learning how to fall into your feminine energy. Now the feminine is learning the value of her feminine energy and learning to dance with that and learning the beauty of being the embodiment of the feminine in physical form and the grace that comes with that and the honesty that comes with that, the stillness that comes with that. the acceptance and surrender that comes with that feminine flow. And the more you just surrender into your flow, because there's a lot of water energy here, the more you surrender into that masculine, the happier you're going to be. Masculine energy, you know, if you haven't realized, you're going to be realizing it soon, that you can't heal without accepting your own feminine energies and qualities. You cannot heal yourself unless you turn inward. You can't, if you rely on addictions, people, things outside of you, money, status, wealth, none of those things are going to fulfill you. None of those things are going to bring you a feeling of wholeness. None. You're going to perpetually feel empty inside. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel like you don't want to be here on this planet. The only solution, the only way, masculines, is to cut all the crap and to turn inward. Nothing outside of you is going to bring you any clarity, any answers, any joy, any healing, any wholeness. Nothing. That's like this long-held secret that they should teach us in elementary school. The key to healing is to love yourself and honor yourself and understand yourself and accept yourself. It's not about anyone else accepting us. Okay, so the masculine energy coming through with some messages here, particularly for those of you in separation. I just want to hold you again. So that's like the 10 of emotions. That's the energy of just being in their heart space and wishing. It's kind of like the energy that's coming through is they didn't realize what they had when they had you, and they took you for granted, and now they're really sad because you're not there. You're no longer just there waiting. You're no longer, you're not reaching out. You're out of communication. They don't know what you're doing, who you're with, where you're doing it, etc. And they don't feel like they're a part of your life anymore in any capacity. And it's making them want to return. It's making them want to come forward. It's making them want to reach out. But at the same time, if they're not whole, they're not going to be allowed to reach out. If they haven't done the work, and if you've set up those boundaries, they're not going to be allowed to come forward because you are protected, feminine. You are protected. I can't get you off of my mind. Yeah, I mean, pretty clear. These messages are pretty streamlined, pretty clear, that the masculine is saying, I don't know what to do without you. And the feminine saying, look, good riddance to the old cycles, to the old, to the burden of the old cycle. That's all fine and dandy, but she doesn't really want to hear words anymore. She only wants to accept actions. And a lot of feminines, you have soulmates coming in this year. You have people coming in that are going to play certain roles, and you'll play certain roles for them. And there's a lot of healing. There's a lot of beautiful energy set to come in with those connections. And I'm already seeing it in my group with the soulmates coming in for members of my private coaching group. And it triggers some of you to hear that, but I'm not here to, sugarcoat. I'm here to speak the truth, to help you on this journey. And yes, some of the things I say might trigger you, but that's okay. We trigger each other to heal. You don't have to choose a soulmate. You can be alone if you want to, but I personally don't want to be alone. I personally don't, I'm not choosing that path for myself anymore of just being alone. And everyone gets to choose. Everyone gets to go down the path that is the most desirable path for them, that is calling them at that present time. There's no right or wrong. But I want you guys to honor yourselves. I want you to honor what you truly desire. What do I want? What do I want in this moment? What's truly going to make me happy? Does it make me happy to feel like I'm sitting and waiting? Does it make me happy to feel like I'm in this perpetual state of longing? Or does it make me happy to free myself? Does it make me happy to start to move forward and start to do things that I love? And free myself from that kind of cage, that imprisonment, that self-imprisonment really, of having expectations of something outside of you. Yeah, they're having a really hard time right now, guys. As I've spoken about, they're in the falling stage. Okay, they're having a major tower, a major fall. I think about you all the time. It borders on obsession. I don't want to keep doing that, so I try to push thoughts of you away. Most times it doesn't work. I think it used to work in the past for them, and it's just not working anymore, and it's driving them crazy. I'm holding on to you in the deepest parts of me. On the surface, it may seem that I have let you go, but I haven't. I don't want to let you go. So they're really struggling. There's a lot of struggle, but what I would like to do is let's see if we can get a message from the feminine to come out. What would the feminine like to say to all of that? Okay, so there's one more message from the masculine. Don't think I don't miss you, I do, and it hurts. I can feel your absence. Did you forget me and move on? I can't stand that thought, so I try to block it out. I try to block you out. It doesn't work. I miss you. I mean, these are all the same messages over and over and over of the masculine really finally sitting with the consequences of their actions and their choices. Finally sitting in the silence, because many of them are single now. Many of them have, it may have looked like they moved on, but that person was just a placeholder for them while they refuse to do the inner work, honestly. Because as long as you have a karmic, not a soulmate, but a karmic partner, you're not doing the healing work. You're learning lessons, but you're not doing the healing work because karmics can't help you with the healing work. Some of you might disagree with that statement. I might even disagree with that. I don't think I formed it exactly the way I wanted to form it, but Mercury's still retrograde, guys, so give me some grace in that. This is the feminine saying, I feel like you weren't willing to make me or us a priority. I won't beg for your love and attention. I know that I deserve the best, and now I'm going to ask for it, and I'm not going to settle for anything less. So the feminine is really like, you know what? That's all fine and dandy. However, I know what I deserve now, and I know what I want, and I'm no longer going to spend time waiting for you to show up in the right way, waiting for you to come correct. You guys, don't wait on anyone or anything. We never know what the next moment brings. We never know what tomorrow brings. We never know what the future has in store for us. And there could be something really beautiful and amazing and illuminating and healing, bringing a lot of joy and freedom into your life, but you're shutting it out, you're closing it out because I'm on this journey, because of the label, and because I don't want to do something wrong. I don't want that person to forget about me. You have to live your life and do what's best for you in this now moment. This now moment is a treasure that holds everything that you could possibly ever imagine or need or desire. It's in this now moment. Don't allow yourself to live in the past or the future. Live in the now. More than ever before, that's important. It's always been important, but more than ever before, it's really important right now. Okay, so I'm going to just top off the reading here. I would like to ask Spirit if cards are just kind of flying out here. Okay, I wanted to ask if, for those who kind of refuse to let go or who are stuck in that longing phase or stuck in that waiting phase, like that perpetual waiting room where nothing ever happens because you're focused on something outside of you rather than yourself, a tower will come. For the feminines, a tower will come. Because the universe doesn't want you waiting. The universe doesn't want you hollow. The universe doesn't want you denying your gifts to the world or denying yourself the progress that you deserve or the raise that you deserve or the move that you deserve or the new relationship that you deserve and whatever it might be, the abundance that you deserve. You're holding yourself back in this stuck, stagnant pattern. We can help with that. This is what we work through. We work through and we create breakthroughs, and that's what the coaching program is about. That's what the individual coaching is about, and the group coaching program is about. Creating breakthroughs in your psyche and your mentality to see this journey from a different perspective, one that's empowering, one that allows you to see that there are many possible choices and avenues to happiness and to joy, and there's not just one. So By the way, the next group coaching program is April. So stay tuned for information on that. It will be delivering that news and information through the channel. So yes, the tower moment will come, and that's not to scare you guys. It's not to punish you or scare you. It's to let you know that you have choices. You have choices on this journey. Sorry, that's my water bottle. You have choices on this journey, and the universe wants you to kind of move along. Like, let's let the old crumble. Let's let the old crumble, and let's start to just surrender. You can fight it if you want to, but it's going to be more miserable if you fight that tower. Okay. So for those feminines who choose to move forward, who are choosing to create a life of their dreams, of their desires, you have the 10 of Pentacles. And with the 10 of Pentacles, this is that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth energy. I love Earth energy because it grounds us, right? And this is like the best of everything. This is abundance, love. It's the big house. It's the pets. It's the land, the property. It's the abundance, the wealth, but not just monetary wealth. It's wealth on all levels. This is wealth of the heart, wealth of the soul, wealth of the mind, wealth in the physical world, wealth in the spiritual world. Being very balanced mentally, physically, spiritually, and psychologically, I would say. And you know, the blooming, it's the blooming. Pentacles is all about, it's about abundance and wealth and the blooming of your soul, the blooming of the heart, and the blooming of your bank account, right? And being able to create that beautiful life. You're like, wow, I have everything I've ever wanted. It's right in front of me. I can go and buy what I want to buy. I can go and take that vacation. I have the partner who I've always dreamed of. Guys, drop the labels. That partner that you've always dreamed of might not be who you think it is. That person could be somebody you'd least expect, and they come in and sweep you off your feet, and all of a sudden you're living a different reality, and you're like, wow, I never thought this was possible, because you limited yourself by your mind. Free yourself, free your mind, feminine. Remember, you weren't being made a priority. Do you want to go back to that? Or do you want to move forward and create and have happiness? I'm not saying that person can't heal, but you don't know when or if that's going to happen. So allow yourself, open yourself up, guys, to other avenues, to other pathways. You're going to be a lot happier that you did. I send you guys so much love and support and light on this journey. If this was triggering, let that triggering heal you. Take great care, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so very much for all of your support.